The Assault class is without a doubt one of Battlefield 1's more challenging roles, especially for those of you looking to utilize its full potential as not just a Swiss cheese shredding CQB maniac, but also as the game's only focused anti-armor role. Let's start by talking setup. The Assault class can roll into the battlefield with a selection of close to medium range effective firearms, coming in two flavors, SMGs and shotguns, both of course having their own strengths and weaknesses. You're going to want to spend some time finding out which ones work best for you and recognize the potential for certain weapons and certain variants to perform better in specific situations or on certain maps and environments. I personally prefer and enjoy and also recommend the optical variant of the MP18. It can be unlocked early on and it's going to grant the player additional accuracy when engaging targets at longer ranges. This in turn is going to help cope with some of the frustrations of playing a more close quarters focused role on open environments, and at the end of the day, improve your effectiveness and survivability in a wider range of situations. The Assault's equipment selection is where its anti-armor and destructive capabilities will finally come into play. Anti-tank grenades, anti-tank mines, dynamite, and an AT rocket gun will be at the forefront of your arsenal. Your playstyle will in part be dependent on which of these destructive devices you choose. You could, for example, equip the anti-tank grenades in the AT rocket gun to engage armor at range, giving you the opportunity to reposition and re-engage targets for maximum survival and maximum damage output. Another option would be to equip the same AT rocket gun, this time with the anti-tank mines. You could then set up an initial ambush with the mines and finish off any armor at range with your AT rocket. Certain loadouts are going to work better on certain maps, in certain locations, and in certain situations. You're going to want to build a set of loadouts that not only suits your personal playstyle, but that also then gives you a quick way to adapt to the situation at hand. Having one loadout means that you need to waste time recalibrating that loadout for the situation. If you utilize all of the potential loadout slots available in Battlefield 1, you can quickly toggle between different situationally focused loadouts. This is a great way to truly be adaptable when it comes to dealing with armor on different maps, different locations, and once again in different situations. Playing the assault role with the intention to eliminate, hunt down enemy armor is sort of like navigating a really dense minefield. Every single one of those enemy troops that I just mentioned is like a mine that you could bounce into, step on, and kill yourself with at any given second. They simply don't care that you're looking to hunt and kill their tank. I mean, they do, and they want to kill you, but they don't care about giving you time to set up your dynamite or to set up your landmine or to get a good position with your AT rocket so you can ambush their heavy tank or take out their land ship. They just know that you're flying the other flag, and they want you dead. This is probably one of the most difficult aspects of playing the assault role, is that it's really easy to get caught up in your own little mind game of, it's just me and the tank, man versus machine. But it's not. You know, there's a full chessboard here, and you really have to consider your options. You have to maintain that constant situational awareness and really make use of all of the information and all the resources you have on hand. If you're fortunate enough to play in a squad, make sure that you're asking your scout to spot specific areas for you. Make sure that you're asking him to give you callouts. Maybe, ask him to pop a flare when you're ready to set up a dynamite or set up landmines. Do everything in your power to make sure that you're getting the most out of the intel systems built into Battlefield 1. Ask a support to continuously resupply you. Make sure you never run out of AT rockets. You can play this role and it can get really, really frustrating. And that's usually what happens when you play it alone and you play it with little to no support. But if you can get some people to get in a squad with you who are looking to have that symbiotic relationship, you can all benefit from it. You can kill tanks, and you can do it with a fresh supply of ammunition. You can do it with a really juicy map loaded with wonderful intel that's going to help you stay alive longer and plan your ambushes far more effectively. That's when the assault role is at its best. When you have that teammate who pops a flare, you see the enemy tank on your mini-map, you set up your dynamite, they roll into town, you detonate it, you hit him with the AT gun, you got this wonderful ambush that goes on. That's when the assault role is really, really fun. And trust me, when you eliminate a tank, when you eliminate a piece of armor pretty much all on your own, through your ambush tactics, through your equipment setup, that is a really satisfying experience. There's something quite intoxicating about punching the hole to the side of a heavy tank and causing it to explode with your AT rocket gun. I started off hating this class when I started working on this video. It was the most frustrating class I'd ever played, and I never wanted to touch it again when I was done. By the time I was done, I had seen the error of my ways. It's a matter of patience, and it really is a matter of awareness. Couple pro tips before I leave. Number one, try not to walk around with your equipment out unless you are absolutely positive you're going to deploy or fire that equipment within the next several milliseconds. It's really easy to think about the idea of rushing around a building with your AT rocket out. There's this light tank. I know he's got like no health left. I'm just going to go prone and I'm going to kill him. You turn the corner and there are 3 enemy infantrymen there. 2 of them covering the tank while 1 of them is repairing it. And you're standing there with this big gun in your hand and your pants down, and now you're dead. Honestly, keep your SMG out, keep your shotgun out, keep your pistol out. Just make sure you have something at the ready that you can actually defend yourself with until the very last moment. Then deploy your dynamite, deploy your landmines, pull out your T-rocket, engage the enemy. It doesn't take that long to do any of those things. And trust me, it'll take a lot longer if you die when you turn the corner, and you gotta come all the way back and try and engage that light tank again. You have to remember that we have a brand new damage model system in Battlefield 1. All vehicles, planes, tanks included, have individual components that can be damaged. You can disable a tank, you could take out its gunner, you could damage individual elements of it. This is great, and that means that if you really want to precisely target a tank to maybe take out the gunner on the right side or the gunner on the left side or whatever, you can do that. It's a possibility. It also brings about one other mechanic. Armor is to some degree simulated in Battlefield 1. That means that you have the opportunity to make glancing blows with your AT rocket gun. It's something that I've done, it's something that you've probably done, and you're like, why did I get a hit marker on that? What the hell happened? I've got some video that demonstrates it perfectly. If you fire at a heavy tank, or pretty much any tank, at a low angle, there's a chance for that round to ricochet. Actually, it's pretty much guaranteed, if the angle is low enough, that that round will ricochet, it will do no damage, and it will not penetrate the tank's hull. There's a lot of different ways to play the assault role, and I'm not going to say one is right or one is wrong. If you want to run around and go absolutely CQB crazy and have the highest kill-death ratio on your team and, you know, help your team capture all the points by killing enemy infantry, that's fantastic. But at the end of the day, there are tanks on the battlefield. Someone needs to kill those tanks. So if you want to fly the flag, if you want to carry true honor onto the battlefield, make sure to fully utilize all of the anti-armor capabilities of the assault class. If you have any other questions for me, guys, feel free to throw them down in the comment section below. If you yourself hunt down a tank or 2 on the weekends, feel free to share some of your personal tips for engaging tanks with the assault class down in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.